Today I'm going to be making Chinese pork dumplings with fried rice and Asian steamed vegetables. And the great thing about these dumplings is they're very easy. There's no folding. You just basically wrap a wonton wrapper over a meatball. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell for notification when new videos are posted. Thank you. Here's a quick list of ingredients, or you can check out the description below. I'm going to start out with the dumplings, and I've just got a pound of ground pork here, or you could use chicken. And I'm going to add in all the spices and the ingredients, but don't add in the leeks and the onions yet. What we want to do is we want to mix it up with all the spices and liquids in there and let the meat absorb the liquid and not the onions and leeks. Otherwise they'll just absorb all the liquid. So mix it up good, and then add the leeks and onions in and mix them around. And I don't have leeks today, so I'm going to use just a yellow onion, which is a little sweeter onion, so it'll be a little bit different than the green onions. And I wanted to get a fairly fine dice on this because we're putting them in like meatballs. We don't want huge chunks. Okay, so I've got a sheet pan here and a silicone mat. And then I'm just going to roll the meatballs up, and I'm using about a heaping tablespoon, or soup spoon is what I'm using there. And wet hands helps here so the meat doesn't stick so much. You could use parchment paper under this or foil. And you do want a bit of separation between them so that you have room to get your fingers in there when you put the wonton wrapper on it. But I could probably get these closer together. Okay, so these are just regular wonton wrappers. And you wet the top of it, or one side of it. And then just place it over the meatball and push it up around on the edges on the bottom. You don't want the wrapper to go underneath it. You want a good spot on the bottom where the meat is exposed there. A little flat spot on the bottom. So you can see this is pretty easy and not too exacting, so it's not a lot of work to put these together. Now I usually find the wonton wrappers usually in a produce section where they have the Asian fresh ingredients like noodles and tofu. That's usually where I find them. Next, I'll measure out and rinse a cup and a half of long grain Basmati rice for the fried rice. Here I'm just rinsing it in until I just keep rinsing it out till the water is clear, pretty clear anyway. I want to get all the starch out of it. I'm going to be making the fried rice in my Instant Pot, and I'm going to start out by sautéing the onions a little bit using the sauté setting, of course. So it's not technically going to be fried rice, but because I'm going to cook the whole thing in the Instant Pot, but it's a pretty close approximation, and it's easy to make. So basically, I just dump everything in here, and then we'll run the Instant Pot for 5 minutes to cook it. And then after it's cooked, I will add in some scrambled eggs and some green onions. I'm just getting this ready here. I'm going to start it up a little later. Now I'm going to chop up the green onions for the fried rice. I should have done that earlier when I chopped the other ones, but here we go. Now I'm going to make the sauce for the steamed vegetables. This is kind of an Asian flavors. It's soy sauce and ginger, sesame oil that I'll mix into the frozen vegetables. I'm just using a bag of frozen California blend vegetables. Oh, and for the fried rice, I forgot the peas and carrots, so it's 1.5 cups of peas and carrots there. Now I'm going to fry up the scrambled eggs for the fried rice. That'll get added in later. While the pan's heating, I'll just start the Instant Pot, set it for 5 minutes. You want to make sure your vent is set to seal, so it will actually cook it. This is just basic scrambled eggs. Only I'm going to chop it up into little pieces. And I just set that aside. Alright, time to cook the dumplings there. And I just had some oil, and the fan got it hot. Now I'm putting them in, and I'm putting the wrapper side down, so the meat side is up. So what we want to do is we want to brown the top of them. Brown that for a few minutes. When they're brown, then you're going to add in 2/3 cup of water. And what we're going to do is we're going to steam them. So we add in the water, and then we'll put a lid on. And you let these go for about 5 to 6 minutes, and I'm actually going to set a timer for 5. Alright. Instant Pot's done. Just do a quick release here. And we'll mix in the scrambled eggs and the green onions. Now you can let it sit at that stage and not, until you're ready to mix it in at the end and serve. So. Okay, we'll check our dumplings here, and they actually kind of stuck in the middle there, unfortunately, but most of them around the outside, all the ones around the outside ring are good. Add in a little sesame oil. I don't think I need any more olive oil. Okay, so now that they've been steamed and basically cooked, I'm going to flip them over so we can get some brown on the other side, on the bottom side, on the meat side. But I'm trying to be careful here. Some of them are stuck, but like I said, most of them around the outside are just fine. You can see those get a nice brown on that side. So. Okay, veggies are half done, so I'll mix in my sauce mixture and put them back in. Now the veggies, I cook them like half the time it calls for. Then I do whatever I want to do with seasoning, and then I put them back in for the other half. I'm just checking these. You can see they're good on both sides. Okay, so these are ready to serve. Okay, let's get the veggies here. Should be done. Yep. And just stir them up there. Make sure everything's mixed. Okay, so on our little buffet today we have Chinese pork dumplings, Asian steamed vegetables, and fried rice. And here's my plate, ready to eat. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to be notified when new videos are posted.